Hi, welcome to the Power of Care Spotlight. I'm Larry Moliterno with Meridian Community Care, and we're here today with Beth Bonish, who's a prevention specialist here at Meridian. And today we're going to talk about Red Ribbon Week, and it's an opportunity for us to sort of dedicate ourselves to dealing with the drug and alcohol epidemic in our community. And there's very much some significance to that date.
Yes, this date has been around for several years, since 1985. Kiki Camerena was a DEA agent on special mission in Mexico and was abducted, killed, tortured. So in remembrance of him and his sacrifice for this fight against drug and alcohol abuse, they started Red Ribbon Week, and it is the last full week in October every year. And many schools, not just in our area but in our nation, recognize this week. And there's all kinds of projects and activities and events that go on this week.
Well, and it is, what a horrific event that happened, but at the same time, I think trying to make something positive come out of that terrible event and helping it use that as a rallying point, I guess, for helping deal with addictions in our community. I know you work with a lot of schools. What kind of things is going to be happening in the Youngstown area regarding Red Ribbon Week?
Some of the things that happen in our area, there are poster contests. Some of the kids, and it's different for every school, have different days of the week where they dress up and maybe they all wear hats and put a cap on drugs, or they make a theme every day and they wear something, sock it to drugs, and they wear different socks that day.
Interesting. So that hopefully what happens is people see them and they say, well, why you dress like that?
Right.
So that gives them an opportunity to start the discussion. Mm-hmm. That's really why. And how many of the schools locally are going to be participating in some of these kind of events?
I believe almost all of the schools are participating in some way, whether they're having a speaker come, whether I'm personally speaking for them or another speaker comes, or an event or a contest, just getting everybody recognizing that special week.
I think it's exciting to see so many kids getting involved in it, and we know that if we're really going to deal with the issue of addiction, and our ultimate goal needs to be, we want to eliminate addiction from our community.
Yes.
And if we're going to do that, it has to start with prevention. And it's so, I guess, uplifting to when you start getting into these schools and you start seeing these kids. We tend to see the negatives. There are so many kids out there. The majority of kids aren't experimenting with drugs or alcohol. We forget that sometimes.
Right. There is a drug-free majority out there, and I enjoy working with them, and we're hoping to impact more and more students and creating a culture of non-use as the norm.
And unfortunately, sometimes that majority is a silent majority, because maybe it's not the cool thing to talk about in schools, but they're out there. And I think when people, with programs like Panda that we do in the schools, it gives opportunities for kids to talk to other kids who feel the same way.
Exactly.
So thanks for all the work that you do with our kids in our community, and we'll look forward to some of those activities for Red Ribbon Week.
Thanks.
Thank you.